Seahawks right here at Fox 11, first place in the division, and top seed in the conference is on the line. Our coverage starts in about 30 minutes right here at 5 p.m. So that's why we're on early at 4:30. With that, we welcome you to the Fox 11 News. I'm Christine Devine. So the Rams are playing on a day when one of their star players is embroiled in a controversy. Wide receiver Puka Nakua is apologizing after performing a hand gesture on a live stream that some associate as anti-Semitic in nature. Nakua released a statement saying he did not understand the meaning of the gesture at the time and says he does not support racism, bigotry, or hate of any kind. The gesture was made during an online stream with internet personalities who encouraged him to use it as a touchdown celebration. The NFL and the Rams both condemned anti-Semitism, saying there's no place for hate or discrimination in sports or society. Nakua will still play tonight. Now let's talk about his brother. He's in trouble with the law after being arrested in West Hollywood. Sheriff's deputies say Samson Nakua and another suspect are accused of taking a BMW without the owner's consent. Investigators say the victim tracked the vehicle to Sunset Boulevard, where both suspects were taken into custody. TMZ with this update. The BMW belonged to Los Angeles Lakers player Adu Thero. And that's an interesting twist on that one. TikTok is staying in the U.S. after agreeing to a sale to American investors Oracle, Silver Lake, and MGX. The new venture, set to close January 22nd, will feature a majority American board and store U.S. user data locally with Oracle. TikTok's algorithm will be retrained to ensure feeds are free from outside influence, marking the end of years of uncertainty over the popular app's future in America. Breaking news, tragedy in North Carolina as a NASCAR legend, Greg Biffle, his wife, Christina, and their 2 children died when their Cessna business jet crashed while landing at Statesville Regional Airport. The jet burst into flames and 3 other people on board also died. Officials are working to identify all the victims as the investigation continues into the cause of the crash.
Actually, I came out, it was already fully involved. We've had multiple agencies, as you said, come. The FAA arrived about 12 o'clock today. They're taking over the scene. They're taking over the investigation. We have no information on any cause. The airport now is closed until further notice. It'll take some time to get the debris off the runway.
Biffle was a celebrated NASCAR driver with multiple Cup Series wins. He last competed full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series in 2016 before stepping away from regular competition. He made a few part-time starts afterwards. Very sad. Back here in Southern California, you're seeing the aftermath of a small plane that crashed into the hangar at the Van Nuys Airport. Now, a man's behind bars accused of stealing that plane. Fox 11's Nick Garcia live at the Van Nuys Airport with what we know about the investigation. Nick?
Right, Christine. Well, that plane belonged to a flight school, actually LA Flight Academy here, but the person who took the plane was neither a former or current student. The owner, though, says he was shocked to receive that phone call. Take a listen.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, the FBI was here.
Police on the ground at the LA Flight Academy at Van Nuys Airport Thursday after a man broke into their building and tried taking off in a plane. You can see the shattered glass from the door he busted through.
A gentleman broke in and stole one of the planes, started the engine. He was about to taxi out.
That's when he says the wing hit a hangar, causing the plane to crash into another hangar. Look at the damage to the wall here and to the propeller of the aircraft. LAX police confirmed the plane jacking and crash happened at 4 o'clock this morning. Officers arrested the suspect. This bizarre crime, not as uncommon as you might think. Just this past August, a stolen plane was located at the San Gabriel Valley Airport in El Monte after someone took it from Laverne. The owner telling police that the plane had been taken at least twice. Thankfully, in Van Nuys this morning, the suspect didn't make it to takeoff and no one was injured. Now, you heard the owner mention there that the FBI was here. That is standard for a stolen plane or any incident like this at an airport. They, along with LAX police, will continue investigating to determine a number of things, including why that suspect was trying to steal a plane. Christine?
Very good question. All right, Nick, thanks so much. Sky Fox over breaking news in Hollywood. This is a scene on Bronson Street where we're told LAPD officers were involved in an officer-involved shooting. We have very limited details, but we'll pass along any information when we get it. Two major developments in the Brown University shooting case. Tonight, police say they've identified the suspect and a warrant is now out for his arrest. Today is day 6 of the manhunt for the gunman who's accused of shooting 11 students at Brown University last weekend, killing 2 of them. As for the second major development, authorities are now investigating a possible connection between the Brown attack and the killing of an MIT professor 2 days later and 50 miles away.
Are looking at a potential emphasis on potential link to the MIT shooting.
This person was able to get away on a tiny campus that is a quarter square mile by a quarter square mile. It's a postage stamp on a university with an $8 billion endowment and 800+ security cameras.
As you heard right there, that shooting has raised questions about safety and security on the Brown campus. Authorities have not released the suspect's name. He's reportedly in his 40s. Out of the latest on the Reiner death investigation, according to the LA County Medical Examiner's Office, Director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle died from multiple sharp force injuries. Their son, Nick Reiner, will return to court on January 7th. We're learning more about how the LAPD tracked him down in order to arrest him. Sources within the LAPD revealing a specialized team had been following Reiner for hours before his arrest Sunday night. The team pieced together his movements from the moment the family arrived home from a holiday party to a Santa Monica hotel, to a convenience store, to just moments before they moved in and arrested him. All week, we've seen tributes pouring in for the Reiners. Here's one from actress Meg Ryan, who starred in When Harry Met Sally, which Rob Reiner was directing when he met his future wife, Michelle. Ryan wrote on Instagram, "Thank you, Rob and Michelle, for the way you believe in true love, in fairy tales, and in laughter. Thank you for your faith in the best in people and for your profound love of our country. I have to believe that their story will not end with this impossible tragedy."
A U-turn? No. Oh! Boom, there we go. First swing. Here we go. We're going to help you out of that vehicle, sir.
That commentary right there by Fox 11's Stu Mendel calling the abrupt end to a midday pursuit. CHP officers forcing a driver from the car after they led police on a pursuit, sometimes hitting speeds over 90 miles per hour. Started on the 14 freeway near Lancaster, ended near the Burbank Airport. The driver made a U-turn and collided with CHP. That driver wanted for going through a traffic break where police slow down or stop drivers. Today is International Migrant Day, but this year it has special meaning for those rallying in Los Angeles. This colorful march there moved through areas recently impacted by ICE raids. It ended at the Home Depot in Pico Union. And that's where Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez is live with the story. Christina.
Yeah, according to the to the Coalition for Humane Immigrants' Rights, this Home Depot here, they've had at least 6 raids this year, and they're pretty upset about it. Take a look. Aztec dancers moving to a norteña beat. Coming from musicians on a truck, leading marchers down Wilshire celebrating International Immigration Day. From Koreatown,
we contribute to this country, to this economy, to the society just as much as anyone else, if not even more.
Past MacArthur Park, a group somewhat smaller than usual.
For every one person, at least, that showed up today, we know that 5 stayed home because of work and certainly fear.
The march ending at the Home Depot here in Koreatown, which has been a site for many, many raids by federal authorities. We're constantly afraid, he says, echoing other day laborers dotting the parking lot. Fox 11 has covered several immigration raids at this location.
The end of the march was here precisely to remind Home Depot that the community is listening, they're watching, and that's why there's a boycott going on, right, against, corporations like Home Depot.
And Home Depot responding to Fox 11 by saying that to say we're cooperating with these immigration enforcement activities is just false. We're not informed when these activities are going to happen, and we're in no way involved in the operations. They go on to say we cannot legally interfere with federal enforcement agencies, including preventing them from coming into our stores and parking lots. To that, the people in the rally and activists say they would prefer Home Depot actually condemn the raids. They'd feel a lot better about that. I'm Christina Gonzalez in the Koreatown area. Back to you in the studio, Christine.
Continuing to bring awareness, Christina. Thank you. Coming up, the Powerball jackpot is still building. $1.5 billion up for grabs. Gusty winds wreaked havoc across L.A., toppling massive trees and blocking streets. One driver even crashed into the chaos. Breaking news out of Camarillo. You're looking at video of a deadly train crash, and there is a mangled vehicle there as well. Hard to tell. Looks like it's a truck there. We're working to see how this crash happened. Also get more information. Again, a deadly train crash here in Camarillo. Skyfox over Long Beach, where a 6-mile stretch of coastline has been temporarily shut down due to a sewage spill. Officials say more than 18,000 gallons of sewage spilled into the San Gabriel River on Tuesday, flowing toward ocean waters. This happened when railway workers accidentally cut through a pipe in the City of Industry. Long Beach health officials say they'll be reopening the stretch when water quality and bacteria counts return to healthy levels. Take a look at what happened in Granada Hills. This is thanks to the gusty winds we talked about last night. That massive eucalyptus tree on Tribune Street near White Oak came down, crashed onto a car, blocked the entire street. Neighbors say there are a number of other eucalyptus trees on this street that are in danger of falling as well.
But then tonight when this happened, I was like, well, that's it. Now I'm really afraid of this other tree, and I really would like them to take it away. I think it's time. I love trees, but no, it's dangerous.
She and other residents on the street say that eucalyptus trees are city-owned, and they've complained about them for years. Over to North Hollywood, where another large tree fell amid high winds. It happened on Bluebell Avenue, the tree trunk blocking the street, and a driver crashed into the downed tree. Good thing here, the driver was not injured. According to authorities, the car has since been towed, and street service crews are working to clear the roadway. Those gusts blowing hard in Hyde Park, where we had another tree down overnight. This is the scene at 63rd Street and 11th Avenue. The good news, no major property damage, although the tree did come uncomfortably close to that one car. All right, meteorologist Adam Kruger, you talked about the winds. Now we see the aftermath there. It was for real.
Yeah, it was yesterday afternoon. Last night we had that wind advisory, mainly for areas north and northwest of L.A., but we saw those gusts come down over the Santa Monica Mountains, hit a lot of the west side of L.A. as well. That's kind of wrapped up, although there's a weak offshore wind going on right now, which really made for some very warm temperatures today. We do, however, have a cooling trend as we go forward. Next week is when all the action heads our way. We see significant rain coming. I think it's going to start up late Tuesday, could last through Friday of next week, so that means Christmas Eve and Christmas Day included in that. We'll look at it in a moment, but first check out the temperatures right now. And currently we've got some 80s across some of the valleys. You see 82 up around Porter Ranch, Burbank to Glendora at 82 as well, Ontario at 80 degrees, so pretty warm away from the coast. Near the coast we've got low 60s on average at the moment. Here's a look at our current pattern. High pressure is helping to make for temperatures warmer than normal for this time of year. We also have an atmospheric river pointed into places like Portland right now. That's going to shift down towards Northern California in the next couple of days, and eventually we get in on the atmospheric river next week. Here's a look at temperatures this evening. Pleasant for a December evening, I would say, with 60s right up until about 10 p.m. and then we'll fall to the 50s after that. Lows overnight falling into the range they've kind of been in lately, where it's mostly mid to low 50s across a lot of the greater LA area. Temperatures tomorrow will be heading up to a little bit over 70, not quite as warm as what we saw today. Here's a look at the map of the highs tomorrow. And again, the inland areas will be warm. You see all the 70s, maybe close to 80 in some parts of the Inland Empire and up in the valleys as well. And then those 60s for highs tomorrow right along the coast. All right, here's that pattern that's going to switch on us next week. So again, atmospheric river, I've drawn it in with these white arrows right here. So tomorrow it's hitting Northern California. A little bit Saturday, more so Sunday. We still see that heavy rain going through Northern California. And then look at the shift as we go into next week. So we've got wetter weather coming down our way. I think late Tuesday we start finding some rain, maybe some heavier stuff, and widespread rain coming in on Wednesday. And we're not done there. I think Thursday, even Friday, and potentially even into Saturday of next weekend, there could be some rain to watch out for the way it's looking right now. Check out the 7-day rain outlook. Huge amounts of precipitation across the northern part of California. But even here locally, these colors correspond with the 2 to 5 inch range on our legend right there. So we're looking at some significant stuff. I would not be surprised if we had some flood issues at some point next week. So we got the rain chance 50% Tuesday, really widespread. That may change to 100% at some point for Wednesday, and even Thursday looks like a pretty good bet on some rain. As this pattern changes, you see our temperatures dropping. So tomorrow for LA, we'll go low 70s, upper 60s this weekend through Monday, low 60s coming next week with that wet weather. Christine?
Winter-like weather. All right, thank you. We still have a chance to become billionaires by Christmas. The Powerball jackpot is now up to $1.5 billion after no one won last night's drawing. That is the second largest Powerball jackpot just this year. The lump sum cash value would be $686 million. That next drawing is Saturday at 8. Good luck.
It means a lot. I think it's dope.
Yeah, it really is. Big smiles, great music, happy faces in Watts this afternoon at the 12th annual Holiday Charity Concert, the event organized by Top Dog Entertainment to benefit residents of Nickerson Gardens. Concert goers were admitted as long as they brought an unwrapped toy, new clothes or shoes or other items for families living there.
I think it's a really beautiful event because I feel like a lot of the times our communities are not spotlighted. So I think this is a really good event just because it feels like it's for the community.
Yeah, they have really big names that perform at this, right? SZA and Doechii this year expected to take the stage. The holiday celebration wraps up tomorrow with that toy distribution, raffle prizes, and the holiday photos. Job well done. We'll show us out there. Still ahead, thousands of meals handed out at SoFi Stadium today as part of the Rams' season of giving. And celebrating 35 years of that Christmas classic, Disney's bringing Home Alone to life like never before. A world record-setting event.
I can't. No, I really want to bail, Andy. No, 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 no. No, Andy, I really want to bail. No, 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 I'm serious. Please back up, Andy.
Well, caught on camera there. First-time base jumper goes from terrified to thrilled after leaping off a cliff with an instructor. The woman had last-second reservations, but also she had told her guide, "Do not let me back out," once in the air. That fear turned to joy as she laughed and screamed with excitement, and wow, what a view. 35 years ago, the movie Home Alone was a huge hit, becoming an instant holiday classic. Well, now Disney is celebrating its release with a number of events, including one that is a world record. Fox 11's Coco McAvoy explains.
Hey there, 35 years for the holiday classic movie Home Alone. Disney Plus is celebrating in a huge way here in Hollywood, trying to break the Guinness World Record for the world's largest gingerbread house. And look at this. Of course, it's inspired by the McAllister house. Here's the moment we've been waiting for. I am here with Brittany now from Guinness World Records. So what's the verdict?
Hi, thank you so much. I am super happy to be here on behalf of Guinness World Records. I am here to witness the attempt that you talked about for the largest gingerbread house. I can confirm that all the evidence is in, and I'm in a position to make a decision.
Okay, let us know what's going to happen.
So I can confirm that this is indeed a brand new Guinness World Records title. Congratulations, wow. And I have something to present to you, Scott.
Amazing. Oh, what a great moment.
Here, Scott, on behalf of Guinness World Records, you guys are officially amazing.
Wow. Officially amazing. Scott, your thoughts on this?
This feels amazing. It is so awesome. What a way to celebrate 35 years of Home Alone, Disney Plus, the home for all of these incredible classics, and the team that built this incredible experience here in Hollywood.
Yes, speaking of that, the team, talk about all the work and effort that went into this project.
Gosh, we partnered with Experiential Supply Company. It's been 8 days of construction here, Hollywood and Vine, and the public can come out and see this. It's an incredible experience. Thousands of pounds of flour, edible materials, everything to build this experience.
Yes, that's incredible. Okay, Brittany, I have to ask you, who were the previous record holders?
Yes, so the previous record holder was the Traditions Club, and it was broken in Texas in 2013. So now we have a new record holder, and we will see if this causes a little debate or a little battle to go back and forth. But congratulations now, Disney Plus and Hulu, you are the new record holders for this.
Yes, huge congratulations. So much effort went into this. And if you can talk about the other ways that you're celebrating here at this activation.
Of course, so we're open to the public tonight, so come out 6 p.m., Hollywood and Vine. You can bring a toy to donate to our Toys for Tots Drive, Disney Ultimate Toy Drive, and then tomorrow from 4:30 to 9 p.m. We just really want to bring some holiday cheer to the city of Los Angeles.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Scott. Thank you so much, Brittany, as well. What an amazing moment right here in Hollywood. Come and experience this for yourself and get some nostalgia from Home Alone. I'll send it back to you.
We love this. 'Tis the season. It's a holiday drive-through food giveaway. This was this morning outside of SoFi Stadium. It featured fresh produce, somebody we know there in a Santa hat. There's chicken given away. Event organized by the Rams, recognize the blue Santa coat. Pechanga Resort Casino also donating here in the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank. This group distributing enough food to serve more than 20,000 meals. The line looks short, but that's what they say.
Just a very exciting time. It's really special to be able to see the people and say hi to them, wish them a happy holidays, see the smiles and I don't know, it's just a really good feeling to have.
The 6th year the Rams and volunteers with the LA Regional Food Bank have done this, and we thank them for this time of need. That's it for us here. Coming up next, the Rams in Seattle. Stay tuned. Great football.
tried, like, there's no superlative I can throw out. He looks like young Kelsey right now. It's like open every play, and then he's a little nastier. It's like Kelsey before the catch, and then Kittle after the catch. Love you, Trey. Love you, Cardinals. Keep fighting. Go get that scepter, bro.
Stocking stuffer. Like a little guy. Just a little scepter.
We begin with breaking news tonight. A NASCAR legend and his family killed in a plane crash in North Carolina today. Welcome, everyone, to the Fox 11 News at 5 o'clock on Fox 11 Plus. I'm Marla Tejas. Greg Biffle, who had nearly 60 career NASCAR wins, died when his plane crashed this morning. His wife and children were also on board. Fox 11's Susan Harrisuna, she's here now with more on this tragic story.
You know, Marla, it was very tragic, and of course a giant in that field. So tragedy in North Carolina, as we just mentioned. NASCAR legend Greg Biffle, his wife Christina, and their 2 children died today when their Cessna business jet crashed while landing at Statesville Regional Airport. The jet burst into flames and 3 other people on board also died. The investigation continues into the cause of that crash.
Actually, I came out, it was already fully involved. We've had multiple agencies, as you said, come. The FAA arrived about 12 o'clock today. They're taking over the scene. They're taking over the investigation. We have no information on any cause. The airport now is closed until further notice. It will take some time to get the debris off the runway.
Biffle was a celebrated NASCAR driver with multiple Cup Series wins. He last completed full-time in the NASCAR Cup Series in 2016 before stepping away from regular competition. He made a few part-time starts afterward. NASCAR released a statement today saying NASCAR is devastated by the tragic loss of Greg Biffle, his wife Christina, daughter Emma, son Reiner, Craig Wadsworth, and Dennis and Jack Dutton in a fatal plane crash. Greg was more than a champion driver. He was a beloved member of the NASCAR community, a fierce competitor, and a friend to so many. His passion for racing, his integrity, and his commitment to fans and fellow competitors alike made a lasting impact on the sport. Biffle was known for spending countless hours of his time helping the citizens of North Carolina during the disasters that followed Hurricane Helene.
It's a huge loss. I mean, not just NASCAR, but outside of NASCAR, what all he's done, helping with the hurricane relief, all he's done for the communities. It's heartbreaking that he's gone.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. It really is, and sad. Especially, it's sad anytime, but especially here at Christmas, it's just so much worse.
Biffle was also a helicopter pilot and used his own helicopter to help those in North Carolina who were affected by Hurricane Helene. But Marla, just a devastating loss. And of course, the NTSB will be out there tomorrow morning. We'll start to learn more. There were some reports that the plane took off and then quickly tried to come back in. So that's really what we know at this hour.
Unsure if it's mechanical. Oh, obviously, that's the job of the NTSB.
Right.
All right. Laura, thanks so much. We had our own issue here at a local airport here in Southern California. You're seeing the aftermath of a small plane crashing into a hangar. This is at Van Nuys Airport. Now a man is behind bars accused of stealing that plane. Fox 11's Nick Garcia, he's live there at the Van Nuys Airport with what we know about this investigation. Nick?
Hey there, Marla, that's right. That plane was stolen from a flight school of all places. In fact, the LA Flight Academy here, you see the door boarded up now. The owner says he was shocked to receive that call this morning. Take a listen.
Oh, I couldn't believe it. Yeah, the FBI was here.
Police on the ground at the LA Flight Academy at Van Nuys Airport Thursday after a man broke into their building and tried taking off in a plane. You can see the shattered glass from the door he busted through.
A gentleman broke in and stole one of the planes, started the engine. He was about to taxi out.
That's when he says the wing hit a hangar, causing the plane to crash into another hangar. Look at the damage to the wall here and to the propeller of the aircraft. LAX police confirmed the plane jacking and crash happened at 4 o'clock this morning. Officers arrested the suspect. This bizarre crime, not as uncommon as you might think. Just this past August, a stolen plane was located at the San Gabriel Valley Airport in El Monte. after someone took it from Laverne. The owner telling police that the plane had been taken at least twice. Thankfully, in Van Nuys this morning, the suspect didn't make it to takeoff, and no one was injured. And you heard from the owner at the top of our story there. The FBI was here. That is standard for a stolen plane or any incident like this at an airport. They, along with LAX police, are investigating this, trying to determine a lot of different things, including why that man was stealing this plane and where he might have been heading. Marla?
A whole lot of questions still need to be answered. All right, Nick, thank you so much. On to this breaking news out of Camarillo. You're looking at video of a deadly train crash. You see that? You can sort of make out a mangled vehicle there right in the front of the train. Hard to tell, but there it is. That is a truck. We're working to see how this crash happened and also get more information on any other injuries. Two major developments in the Brown University shooting case. Tonight, police say they have identified the suspect and a warrant is now out for his arrest. Today is day 6 of the manhunt for the gunman who's accused of shooting 11 students at Brown University last weekend, killing 2 of them. As for the second major development, authorities are now investigating a possible connection between the Brown attack and the killing of an MIT professor 2 days later and 50 miles away.
Are looking at a potential emphasis on potential link to the MIT shooting.
This person was able to get away on a tiny campus that is a quarter square mile by a quarter square mile. It's a postage stamp on a university with an $8 billion endowment and 800 plus security cameras.
The shooting has raised questions about safety and security on Brown's campus. Authorities have not yet released the suspect's name. He is reportedly in his 40s. Right now, the latest on the Reiner death investigation. According to the LA County Medical Examiner's Office, Director Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle died from multiple sharp force injuries. Nick Reiner will appear in court next on January 7th. That's the expected date. We are learning more about how the LAPD tracked him down to arrest him. Sources within the LAPD revealing a specialized team had been following Reiner for hours before his arrest Sunday night. The team pieced together his movements from the moment the family arrived home from a holiday party to a Santa Monica hotel to this convenience store just moments before they moved in and arrested him. To be clear, that is at a gas station, that convenience store surveillance video. There he is walking away. Moments later, he was arrested. Then there's this. LA Rams wide receiver Puka Nakua is apologizing after performing a hand gesture on a live stream that some associate as anti-Semitic in nature. Nakua released a statement saying he did not understand the meaning of this gesture at the time and says he does not support racism, bigotry, or hate of any kind. The gesture was made during an online stream with internet personalities who encouraged him to use it as a touchdown celebration. The NFL and the Rams both condemned anti-Semitism, saying there is no place for hate or discrimination in sports or society. Meantime, Nakua's brother is in trouble with the law after being arrested in West Hollywood. Sheriff's deputies say Samson Nakua and another suspect are accused of taking a BMW without the owner's consent. Investigators say the victim, that owner, tracked the vehicle to Sunset Boulevard where both suspects were taken into custody. And TMZ reports the BMW belongs to Los Angeles Lakers player Adu Thiro. A place meant to be a safe space for LGBTQ plus community members in the San Fernando Valley is now picking up the pieces after burglars stole thousands of dollars worth of items.
They broke into the walls. You could clearly see the burglars using trash cans to haul all the technology.
Video shows the burglars riding off on bicycles after the crime in Sun Valley. The Somos Familia Valle Center shared these photos of the holes where they tunneled through the wall Monday. The center's director says the crooks stole laptops, iPads, and sound equipment, all amounting to about $8,000.
We've already patched up the walls. We're trying to rebuild, re-put everything back. We want to bring back our programs. We did halt it for the rest of December.
Well, the burglars have not been caught. The center is hoping to restart their programs in January. Community members have been raising money to support them. And if you'd like to help, we have those details on the Fox Local app and our website, foxla.com. Well, this is terrible. New at 5, a brown pelican is currently hospitalized after being treated for a slashed pouch in a suspected case of animal cruelty. The pelican underwent an intensive 3-hour-long surgery involving hundreds of stitches to repair her pouch this week. Veterinarians say it will take about a month before she is fully recovered. The injuries are being investigated. Brown pelicans are protected under state and federal law. We'll have more on this disturbing case later tonight on Fox 11. All right, coming up, an athletic showdown in Washington, D.C. for high school teens. President Trump announcing the so-called Patriot Games. And a major federal change on marijuana restrictions, how it will affect consumers across the country. And House Democrats released new photos from Jeffrey Epstein's estate, revealing shocking details and high-profile connections. House Democrats released dozens of new Epstein estate photos as the Department of Justice faces a Friday deadline to release all the files. Some photos include disturbing images of a woman's body marked with quotes from Vladimir Nabokov's Lolita, a controversial 1955 novel about a middle-aged man's obsession with his 12-year-old stepdaughter. Other images show Jeffrey Epstein with Bill Gates, Bill Clinton, Google co-founder Sergey Brin, New York Times columnist David Brooks, political analyst and academic Noam Chomsky, director Woody Allen, and Prince Andrew. No accusations of wrongdoing have been made against those pictured. The House Oversight Committee says sensitive details were redacted to protect victims.
In the fall, we will host the first ever Patriot Games, an unprecedented 4-day athletic event featuring the greatest high school athletes, one young man and one young woman from each state and territory. But I promise there will be no men playing in women's sports. You're not going to see that.
Well, move over Hunger Games. President Trump is announcing the Patriot Games, part of a broader Freedom 250 celebration that also includes a UFC match at the White House June 14th, 2026. The Patriot Games will be a 4-day nationally televised athletic competition on the National Mall to celebrate America's 250th birthday. And one of the most significant changes to U.S. drug policy since the 1970s, President Trump is easing federal restrictions on marijuana. He has lowered its legal classification, opening the door for more research opportunities. But as Fox's Rebecca Castor reports, there will still be some major restrictions on recreational use of pot.
I've always told my children, don't take drugs, no drinking, no smoking, and just stay away from drugs.
Although he's not a fan of the drug, President Trump signed an executive order Thursday to recognize marijuana as a less dangerous substance, reclassifying it from a Schedule 1 to Schedule 3 drug, the same category as Xanax and ketamine.
40 states allow medical use, and over 6 million Americans are legally using it under their physician supervision.
The order doesn't legalize marijuana for recreational use at the federal level, but it will make it easier for experts to study the drug's potential benefits for seniors, veterans, and people with chronic pain.
Thank you, Mr. President, for supporting careful, science-based research that puts patients first.
It'll open up a whole new method of treatment for our veterans.
A group of House Republicans tried to convince President Trump not to sign the executive order. 26 signed onto a letter that says, reclassifying marijuana will send the wrong message to America's children, enable drug cartels, and make our roads more dangerous. The president acknowledged this move may be seen as controversial, but says the medical benefits can't be ignored.
So many people that I respect ask me to do, people that are having problems, big problems.
A recent Gallup poll finds that 64% of Americans support legalizing marijuana. Again, this order doesn't do that, but it's a major step for medical research. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Tennessee Governor Bill Lee has pardoned country star Jelly Roll, clearing his criminal record in the state. The Nashville native has been open about his past with drugs and prison and his path to redemption through music and advocacy. The governor says Jelly Roll's story reflects the power of second chances. Support from civic leaders and a unanimous recommendation from the state parole board helped pave the way for the pardon. Well, how quickly things turn in the weather department. Chief Meteorologist Adam Kruger, I think we opened the week talking about sort of how boring the forecast it was or is for this week, and then suddenly we're talking about significant rain next week, huh?
Yeah, I mean, next week is looking wetter and wetter as we continue to get more data leading up to it. And we've got an atmospheric river facing us, so that means some heavy rain will be possible. We'll get to all that in a moment. First, I want to start with a recap of today, showing that we had a lot of highs in the 70s and 80s. Downtown LA hit 79. This was the warmest day of the week, and it will be the warmest day for at least the next, I'd say, 10 days or so, because we see a little bit of a cooling trend heading into the weekend. Much cooler with that wet weather next week. Here's a breakdown of the temperatures for this evening. Pleasant by December standards, as it'll be in the 60s until about 10 or 11 o'clock tonight, and then falling to the 50s overnight. Now tomorrow, not as warm. We'll call for partly cloudy skies, just kind of passing high-level clouds. Very little of the marine layer and patchy fog in the morning like we've been seeing lately. So not that big of a concern tomorrow morning, although the mornings over the weekend, I think some fog is back. And notice the temperatures tomorrow afternoon topping out more so low 70s for LA, so it's a little bit cooler than today. So we're already starting to see the cooling trend, but still for inland areas, pretty nice day tomorrow with many spots into the 70s. In fact, in some of the valleys, the Inland Empire, we could see temperatures getting close to 80 degrees. Along the coast, highs will be more so in the mid-60s. But as we look way ahead, yes, we do expect rain. I think we're going to start seeing some rain move in probably during the second half of the day Tuesday. That's the beginning point of what could be several days in a row with at least the opportunity for some rain. We've got pretty high odds this far out on Wednesday at 80%. That may change to 100% at some time. Thursday, which is Christmas Day, also looks like rain is a pretty good bet. And then even into Friday and perhaps into Saturday of next weekend, we could see some possible rain there as well. There's a lot to talk about with that, which we're going to get into the details of a little bit later, but some heavy rain is certainly possible. Just as far as our temperatures over the next 7 days, you can see how we are declining. Tomorrow is not bad. It's in the low 70s tomorrow. A little bit cooler this weekend with highs in the upper 60s for L.A. Monday, upper 60s as well. Cooler Tuesday and beyond with that wet weather coming in. For the coast, we've got 60s with less fluctuation over the next several days. For the valleys and the Inland Empire, again, close to 80 tomorrow. Mid-70s this weekend, still pretty nice. And those 60s for highs next week. Marla?
All right, Adam, thanks. Still ahead, $1.5 billion in climbing. The Powerball jackpot grows again when you have another chance of becoming a billionaire. Yes, a billionaire with a B. And a driver leaves police on a high-speed chase for miles. Why they were on the run and the crashing end to this pursuit.
U-turn? No. Oh! Boom! There we go. First swing. First swing. Here we go. We're going to help you out of that vehicle, sir.
Fox 11's Stu Mundell calling the abrupt end to this midday pursuit. CHP officers forcibly removing the driver, as you see, from their vehicle after they led police on this pursuit, sometimes hitting speeds above 90 miles an hour. It started on the 14 freeway near Lancaster, ended near the Burbank Airport, where the driver, as you saw, made a U-turn and collided with a CHP cruiser. They were wanted for going through a traffic break where police slow down or stop drivers. All right, well, you still have a chance to become a billionaire by Christmas. Wouldn't that be nice? The Powerball jackpot is now up to $1.5 billion after no one won the drawing last night. That's the second largest Powerball jackpot just this year. The lump sum cash value would be $686 million. The next drawing is Saturday at 8. Deadline to buy tickets is 7 o'clock. Saturday, 7 o'clock Saturday. All right, coming up, political bombshells, royal drama, and even a kiss cam scandal. We'll take a look back at the jaw-dropping moments of 2025. And a powerful march through Koreatown marks International Migrant Day with Aztec dancers and music filling the streets. The crowd then taking their message to a Home Depot linked to recent raids.
Adam Kruger back with you now for this traffic report brought to you by Morgan & Morgan. Overall on the wide view, not a lot of high impact wrecks on the highways, but we have a lot of slow spots. I'll kind of give you a tour. Here's the Inland Empire. We see the red in the usual locations. Same goes for Orange County, especially on the northbound side of the 405 and the 5. Here we come across the south side, 405 southbound, very slow as you head south of the airport. New wreck popped up right here, I believe on 105. Haven't had time to investigate it yet. Right here on 710 South, we have 2 lanes blocked on that one. Tons of red around downtown and up into the valley right here on the 210 West. This fire icon indicates a vehicle fire. Now we'll look at some other traffic hotspots.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. So yeah, you don't just get some lawyer. You get an army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
We are following some breaking news now. A large police presence in Huntington Beach. Take a look down below. Sky Fox, this is over Edinger Avenue between Springdale and Grand. Police were called for a disturbance about 3:30 this afternoon. Beyond that, the department didn't give us much more information. You just see the SWAT vehicle. You see a couple of vehicles there with those officers surrounding the vehicle. You can see the street blocked off as this investigation unfolds. We'll continue to... Today is International Migrant Day, but this year it has special meaning for those rallying in Los Angeles. The march moved through areas recently impacted by ICE raids. It ended at the Home Depot and Pico Union, and that's where Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez is live with more. Christina?
Yeah, and this is where the Coalition for Immigrant Human Rights says that they have had at least 6 raids this year. That's why they picked it. Take a look. Aztec dancers moving to a norteña beat. Coming from musicians on a truck, leading marchers down Wilshire celebrating International Immigration Day. From Koreatown,
we contribute to this country, to this economy, to the society just as much as anyone else, if not even more.
Past MacArthur Park, a group somewhat smaller than usual.
For every one person at least that showed up today, we know that 5 stayed home because of work and certainly fear.
The march ending at the Home Depot here in Koreatown, which has been a site for many, many raids by federal authorities. We're constantly afraid, he says, echoing other day laborers dotting the parking lot. Fox 11 has covered several immigration raids at this location.
The end of the march was here precisely to remind Home Depot that the community is listening, they're watching, and that's why there's a boycott going on, right, against, corporations like Home Depot.
And Home Depot responding, saying to say that we are cooperating with these immigration enforcement activities is just false. We are not informed when these activities are going to happen, and we're no way involved in the operations. They go on to say we cannot legally interfere with federal enforcement agencies, including preventing them coming into our stores and into our parking lots. Now, the activists to that say that they would really like Home Depot to go a little further and condemn the actual raids. I'm Christina Gonzalez, live in Koreatown. Back to you, Marla.
It means a lot. I think it's dope. I'm trying to hit, you ain't gotta be a slice, know that. Get into that money, nothing before that.
Well, big smiles and happy faces in Watts this afternoon. This is the 12th annual holiday charity concert, the event organized by Top Dog Entertainment to benefit residents of Nickerson Gardens. Concert goers were admitted as long as they brought an unwrapped toy, new clothes or shoes, or other items for families living there. SZA and Doechii were expected to perform today. The holiday celebration wraps up tomorrow. All right, are you traveling for Christmas? Well, first of all, behold the horizon as the sun has set. That's a beautiful shot. Live look there at LAX. Traffic is expected to kick into high gear beginning Saturday, and AAA is predicting a record number of Southern Californians will travel. Most, though, will be driving, not flying. Nationally, more than 122 million Americans are expected to travel.
Fox 11 weather is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino.
And that includes me. Not trying to make this about me, but we fly out on Wednesday. That's just when the rain is expected here, right?
Yes. I mean, there will likely be rain Wednesday. In fact, anyone air travel, road travel around California next week, it looks pretty messy. Doesn't mean you can't, take off or land or something like that. But we'll be talking about it. It's a big part of our weather story. Yes, we have, the weekend to get through still, but a lot of them I'm going to focus on here will be about next week. So we have a cooling trend, first of all. After today, which was quite warm and our warmest day of the week, temperatures cool. A little tomorrow, a little more this weekend, and then even more next week with the significant rain on the way. I'd say it starts up late Tuesday and could last through Friday or even Saturday of next weekend. Doesn't mean it's constantly raining that whole time, but that's when our rain chances are looking pretty good. Here's our pattern right now. We're protected still by high pressure, forcing the storm track farther north. This is an atmospheric river that's currently up around Oregon and Washington. That'll drop down towards Northern California by tomorrow and into the weekend. I'll show you in a minute. Just want to show you the high temperatures, though, for tomorrow, as it's going to be still kind of warm for December, especially away from the coast. We got a lot of 70s, but 60s closer to the coast tomorrow. All right, back to that pattern now. So again, we've got the storm track up here. Watch how it drops into Northern California around San Francisco Friday. There's going to be some heavy rain, and some snow eventually is going to start piling up in the Sierras coming up soon. Here's Saturday, here's Sunday. So we see this persistent wet pattern, still kind of on the warm side, though, at this point, so there's not much snow yet. Then as we go going to Monday, still very wet up here, but this whole thing will start shifting farther south. Late day Tuesday, this is 5 p.m. Tuesday to be exact, we start to find likely some rain coming in, and then it really turns widespread and potentially heavier on Wednesday. And then we still have this big just mess out here in the ocean, and that's still going to send some rain our way Thursday, probably Friday, and like I said, perhaps even into next weekend. So Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, looking like a pretty good bet on wet weather around here and maybe some big-time rain totals. So this is the 7-day rain outlook showing some of these yellow colors in Northern California. That correlates with like 7 to 10 inches of rain, and in the real high elevations in the Sierras, that's going to be big snow. Locally, we've got the purple to reddish colors around here, which would correlate with that 2 to 5 inch range for next week, and some of the heaviest totals probably more so in the mountains. But again, with rain totals like this, it might be some flood issues to watch for next week. What about snow? You know, it's always interesting when you talk about snow and the week of Christmas. People usually want snow, especially people who want to hit the slopes on skis or snowboards or something like that. So Sierra Nevada, we're looking at some huge snow totals. I'll get out of the way so you can see the legend here. You get to those white colors like you see, that's like 5 feet of snow or more. And yes, that's going to be higher elevations, but still big time snow up there. Now locally, this is going to be more of a warm natured system for this time of year. So the high elevations, mainly above 8,000 feet, we're thinking we could get some snow, but it's not like it's going to be a big snow maker for the resorts or down into the passes or anything like that. So our 7-day forecast tomorrow, we're still a little warmer than normal. 60s would be more normal for this time of year. So 72 tomorrow for LA, upper 60s this weekend. You'll notice more cloud cover and probably back to seeing some of that morning fog over the weekend as well. You see the temperatures go lower next week. The rain chances go up. It's Tuesday, but even more so Wednesday and Thursday. And again, that's Christmas Eve on Wednesday. It's Christmas Day on Thursday. And we'll have those cooler temperatures. Not real cold, but cooler than we've been. For the coast, it's 60s for several days. Again, that wet weather coming next week. For the valleys and the Inland Empire, we're close to 80 tomorrow. And then mid-70s this weekend. And the 60s coming for highs next week. Again, rain, it'll be likely everywhere, no matter your region, for next week. And like we said, in the mountains, that snow is going to be pretty high up, probably above 8,000 feet. Marla?
All right, Adam, thank you. From politics to entertainment to business faux pas, Fox's Ainsley Earhart takes a look back at some of the year's biggest scandals.
Another year gone by, and there was plenty of scandalous headlines to go around. There were continued calls this year from politicians on both sides of the aisle to release files related to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Congress ultimately passing legislation in November that requires the Justice Department to do just that.
No hiding, no game playing, no covering up.
Meanwhile, the House Oversight Committee released a sexually suggestive birthday letter allegedly written by President Trump for Epstein. The president called the letter fake and defamatory and has sued the Wall Street Journal for $10 billion for their reporting on the letter. The BBC also hit with a lawsuit from the president for misleading edits made to his January 6th speech. Trump suing for $10 billion in damages, saying it was a brazen attempt to interfere in the 2024 election.
I'm suing the BBC for putting words in my mouth.
And royal retribution, King Charles stripping his brother Prince Andrew of all royal titles after years of speculation surrounding his connection with Jeffrey Epstein.
This, to me, is about getting the house in order.
And members of the Trump administration under fire this year following the leak of military strike plans to a journalist who was accidentally added to a group chat by National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. The incident, dubbed Signalgate, sparked national concern over the use of unsecured messaging apps for sensitive information. And this year cemented the fall of a music mogul. Sean Diddy Combs was found guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Once one of the most powerful men in the music industry, Combs remains behind bars and is set to be released in 2028.
Your parents are going to be free and clean.
A presidential pardon coming down this year for reality TV stars Todd and Julie Chrisley. The couple faced lengthy sentences after being convicted in 2022 of bank fraud, tax evasion, and conspiracy to defraud the government out of millions of dollars.
Next year will be our last season.
Late night shakeups. CBS announcing they will be ending the Late Show franchise in 2026. The company calling it a purely financial decision. But the news came just days after host Stephen Colbert criticized the network's parent company, Paramount, for reaching a $16 million settlement with the Trump administration. And late-night host Jimmy Kimmel found himself in hot water when ABC suspended his show following comments he made about the shooting death of Charlie Kirk.
It was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man.
The suspension drawing swift criticism, and after less than a week, Disney announced Kimmel would return to the air. Restaurant chain Cracker Barrel lost millions this year following a botched rebrand attempt that included a new logo, which dropped famous Uncle Herschel in his rocking chair. The chain quickly course-corrected, apologizing to customers, returning to their original logo, and scrapping restaurant renovations. Trouble in the big house. The University of Michigan fired their head football coach, Sharon Moore, saying he had an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. Just hours after the announcement, Moore was arrested, charged with stalking, breaking and entering, and home invasion. And all bets are off after federal indictments were announced against NBA and MLB members. Several former players and coaches are accused of taking part in insider betting schemes, mafia-linked rigged poker games, wire fraud, and money laundering. And it was one of the most viral videos of the year. The kiss cam moment gone wrong at a Coldplay concert, sparking affair allegations. The internet quickly identifying the couple who worked together at tech company Astronomer. Both were placed on leave, and Andy Byron, who was the CEO, later resigned. Those were just some of the biggest scandals of 2025. We'll be following those and more in the new year. In New York, Ainsley Earhart, Fox News.
Lots to go through. All right, ahead in entertainment, Amanda Salas talks to the actors behind the voices of Spongebob and Patrick and talk about nostalgia to the max. Backstreet Boys recreate one of their most iconic music videos.
And hi there, folks. I'm Kyle Kraska. Heading sports, the Lakers getting ready to tip off against the Jazz in Utah tonight. We're going to hear from Luka Doncic as the purple and gold look to improve on their third place spot in the West. Also, Doncic bringing Christmas to the squad a little early. We'll show you his gifts to the team. They were electric, literally. That's all coming up next in sports.
The Fox 11 Sports Desk is sponsored by Hyundai. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer today.
On the NBA hardwood tonight, the Clippers will try to stop a 4-game losing streak against the defending champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder, still with only 2 losses all season long. Unbelievable. The Lakers, meanwhile, continue their pre-Christmas road trip in Utah, visiting the Jazz. The purple and gold off to a solid start this season. They're currently sitting at 18-7, good for 3rd in the West, just a game behind the Nuggets for 2nd place. The Jazz, 5 games under 500. Luka Doncic is in the business of looking at every opponent in the same light when it comes to competing.
I would say we got to focus on ourselves, the way we play. We got to approach every team the same. The NBA, every team is dangerous, so at some point somebody can go for 40. They have Markin and George, they can go for 40 on any night. So we just got to work on ourselves and approach the game like everything the same.
What we got? Christmas gift? Oh, we have a Christmas gift. Where are those Christmas gifts located? I think we need to go out there then. Let's go. We got some bites.
And Christmas came a little bit early for the Lake Show. Luka giving on and off the court this season in the holiday spirit. He gifted the Lakers players and basketball operations staff more than 100 e-bikes after Tuesday's practice. Those bikes retail for around $3,000 a piece. Nicely done. Looks like fun. All right, on the gridiron, the Chargers continue to make their playoff push with 3 weeks left in the regular season. The Bolts, well, they've got no layups the rest of the way. They face off against the Cowboys, the Texans, and then the Broncos. It all begins in Dallas on Sunday. You can watch it right here on Fox 11 beginning at 10 a.m. Head coach Jim Harbaugh, obviously beloved by his players. Quarterback Justin Herbert was singing his praises this week.
I think he's so genuine, he's so authentic, and what he wants from his players is exactly what we want to give him. The amount of respect and admiration that we have for him as a leader and as a coach. We just want to make him proud, and he cares so much about this team and everyone in it that it's definitely fun taking the field every day for him.
Again, you can watch that Chargers-Cowboys matchup right here on Fox 11 beginning at 10 on Sunday. Immediately following, we will have the latest edition of Sports Wrap. And also a reminder, you can watch the Rams and Seahawks on Fox 11 right now. Be sure to keep it there for the post-game edition of Sports Wrap right after that game as well. Big night of football. We'll have it all for you later tonight. Marla, take it away.
All right, very good. Kyle, thank you. Well, speaking of the Rams, a holiday drive-through food drive giveaway this morning outside of SoFi featuring some fresh produce and a frozen chicken. The event organized by the LA Rams, Pechanga Resort Casino, and the Los Angeles Regional Food Bank. The group's distributing enough food to serve more than 20,000 meals.
Just a very exciting time. It's really special to be able to see the people and say hi to them, wish them a happy holidays, see the smiles, and I don't know, it's just a really good feeling to have.
This is the 6th year the Rams and volunteers with the LA Regional Food Bank have worked together to bring food to families in need. Well, still ahead, happy holidays from the royal family. William and Kate spreading cheer with their annual Christmas card. We'll show it to you. And struggling to find the perfect gift, why cash or gift cards might be the ultimate solution, and why they're not as impersonal as you think. Well, if you still don't know what to give your family for Christmas, how about giving them cold, hard cash? The gift of giving cash is becoming more popular, and it's not as impersonal as you might think. Fox's Teresa Priolo has a story.
Is a season for doing more with less, and for some that means more gift giving with less time, patience, or brain power to think of and buy a physical gift. So they turn to cold hard cash.
I would love to get cash.
You would love it?
I would love cash.
Why?
Because I don't know what I want before the holidays, but if I have the cash, I can figure it out on my own.
That's right. It's 2025, which means it's no longer necessary to spend hours at the mall, pacing in and out of every store, or browsing till your eyes are bloodshot. Now, a trip to the ATM, a gift card, turnstile, or even a quick tap of a digital currency is perfectly acceptable. Elaine Swan is the author of Elaine Swan's book of modern etiquette.
It is absolutely acceptable to give money as a gift for the holidays. The etiquette factor is to not demand or ask for money as a gift.
The knock against cash and cards has always been how impersonal they may seem. Elaine believes that's an outdated approach.
Gift cards now can be so personalized.
A new ARP-NORC poll found 6 in 10 Americans think cash and gift cards are, quote, very acceptable, a sentiment echoed in Midtown.
I think gift cards are better. It gives more direction on where the money should go.
If you pick a venue, then it's personal enough, but they can still spend it on what they want.
Do you ever feel bad about giving these as gifts, that they might be seen as impersonal?
Oh, no, not at all. In fact, I think they allow their recipient to buy something very personal that matches exactly what they're looking for, and I feel like that's a great advantage of giving that.
It's better than getting that than like a candle, because I've gotten like 100 candles.
Well, for me, it doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts.
That was Teresa Priolo reporting. On to this. Have you seen this annual Christmas card from the royal family? Prince William and Princess Kate have shared it online. It features the royal couple in a meadow with their 3 kids, 12-year-old Prince George, 10-year-old Princess Charlotte, and 7-year-old Prince Louis. They're all smiles for the camera. The photo was taken in April. The card, posted on Instagram, wished everyone a happy Christmas. All right, let's take you live outside. That is Santa Monica, and we're working our way toward the weekend. More to come after the break. Stay with us.
Fox 11 Entertainment is sponsored by Disney on Ice presents Let's Dance, playing the LA area.
Well, he may live in a pineapple under the sea, but SpongeBob SquarePants is riding the big box office wave starting today with a new film, the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants. Fox 11's Amanda Salas caught up with SpongeBob and Patrick.
I'm ready.
Hey, how you doing? Big guy. SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay. SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay.
You are an inspiration, see the outfit.
Fashion icon.
Thank you. SpongeBob
fashion
babes.
icon.
Yeah, it's a lot of thought went into that.
Well, thank you. We come to impress. I also had to bring my blinged out pineapple.
Love it.
I love it.
We are putting the C in season's greetings.
I love it. Well, I've got this.
Cheers.
But, yeah. It's impossible to look cool while you're drinking out of this.
Listen, you
hey,
guys
baby,
are
let me
both.
buy you a drink.
The hero's journey starts with one squish. What?
The show, the film, everything about it, the voices. This is the gift that keeps on giving. So it's appropriate to come out right around Christmas.
Yeah, it definitely keeps on giving to us. And it's really nice to hear that it keeps on giving to the people that like it, particularly people who grew up on it, who came into SpongeBob came into their lives when they were young, and now they're in their 20s and 30s and having kids of their own.
The Flying Dutchman? The most pants-wettingly scariest ghost to ever roam the high seas? Oh, my lucky brick.
There's, young kids that are just merging onto the SpongeBob freeway to put it. I know we're in LA. I can say freeway.
Merge with caution.
SpongeBob, big guy, pants okay.
All right, Amanda, thank you for that. Harrison Ford will receive a Lifetime Achievement Award from SAG-AFTRA. The 83-year-old actor, known for iconic roles, of course, as Han Solo and Indiana Jones. SAG-AFTRA President Sean Astin called Ford a, quote, singular presence in American life. Ford's body of work includes more than 80 acting credits. In a statement, Ford said, quote, to be acknowledged by my fellow actors means a great deal to me, and that he's grateful to be part of the acting community. All right, more than 25 years ago, Backstreet Boys put out the music video for I Want It That Way. I'm not going to sing it. That's not my forte. Well, now we're seeing it recreated for 2025. Well, the band says they were on set at an airplane hangar filming a promo for their upcoming tour when they decided to recreate the video. And yes, they did it in one take. The group is currently getting ready to take off to Germany for their first residency in that country. And oh, by the way, the original video of I Want It That.
Hi, everybody. I'm Smada Khan. When I'm not doing weather and traffic for Good Day LA, I like to spend a lot of time in the kitchen.